Hey, how you doing? Long-time caller, first-time listener here.
Bam! Hooligans, welcome back. Renegades, welcome back. And also, if this is your first time, welcome for the first time. Before we jump into the episode today, thank you so much to all the renegades out there. You guys showed up in full force for the first episode with Ren, and I can't thank you enough. You brought me from 500 subscribers to 981 when I checked it before recording this. But not even just that. All of the positive comments and just being so welcoming to a new person to this fan base is really cool. And yeah, I just appreciate it a ton. But without further ado, welcome to the first time listener space. I don't know why I did that. I'm just super stoked. But today we are going to be checking out Hi Ren. Oh, also, there we go. I'm going to start just doing that during the episodes because people keep thinking I have a flag or something back there for an artist that I'm first reacting to. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure I, just snap it into place for everybody. But yeah, so we're going to be checking out Hi Ren, a very much requested one from all you fine folks out there. And I don't know, we might do another one. I'm not sure at the moment as of I'm talking, but it'll be in the title of the video. So let's see. Find Pablo's email here because he was kind enough to send me a butt ton of links. There we go. You know what? We might do... See, this is a hard one because we have Hi Ren, but then a lot of people want me to check out Jenny and Screech's Tale, like those 3 videos, which I'm 100% going to do. But I usually do 2 songs per artist or like per episode. So maybe I will just do Hi Ren for today. Okay, this is like 9 minutes long, or at least the video is. So yeah, we'll just do Hi Ren for this episode. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get to it, bud. God. Ooh, interesting. So with this, I definitely am going to be coming at it through 2 different lenses. The rapper lens and the video side of things, because I'm a huge fan of good visuals and good direction of videos and everything like that. It's interesting because the first episode we did Slaughterhouse, and in this, which I assume is his I don't know, so someone can correct me in the comments, but Hi Ren is probably one of his earlier songs and videos, and we have now somebody in a pig mask wearing a bloody apron, the gloves that you'll see in slaughterhouses. So it feels like he's kind of brought that full circle kind of imagery, which is really cool. Okay, Ren. That's dope. I also play guitar, so I appreciate this playing very much. That's so good. That's really nice. Okay. What? Okay, I can rap and I can play guitar, but I can't sing.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back, deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Rent on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro, I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause a lot during this video or whatever. Probably. I don't know. I'll put it back a little bit just so we can. But, okay. I love this Jekyll and Hyde style of song right now. You have... But it's a little different because both sides are saying hi, Ren. So it's this one side of, and this is only how I'm interpreting it from the early bits of the song. You have one side where it's like, you know, maybe like the anger, the depression, the more like just aggressive, slightly negative feelings and stuff that you have going on. And then you have your other side who is like, no, like I'm good. Like I've actually been working on myself. But like you still have that acknowledgement of these feelings are still part of you. Like that's still a piece of you that exists and in a way kind of like makes you up as a person, whether that's from other people's outlooks of you or even just inspiration and like creatively. For a long time, I like felt like, you know, I was always angry and I was dealing with a lot through life, and I used that to kind of fuel certain things with like the battles or my music or whatever have you. So you almost start in a way relying on that kind of thing. You embrace this Jekyll and Hyde-ness of you.
Chill, Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, they're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb, boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me.
Yeah, okay. Definitely right there. Like, if anyone has seen the Jekyll and Hyde musical, that one piece, it's called Confrontation, where it's saying like, you know, you can't get rid of me, I dwell deep inside you kind of thing. Like, you know, if you want to kill me, you have to kill yourself kind of thing. And even that part where he's like, you know, follow this 10-step program, that kind of reminds me of when, you know, you're dealing with substance issues and everyone around you says like, you know, the only way you're going to get better is if you go to these programs, you follow these 10 steps. That's what you have to do. And in a way, sometimes people maybe from the outside say it as like a bit of a mocking kind of way. But yeah, really, really interesting. I love this Jekyll and Hyde theme that he's got with this song.
I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Fire. I love that. So, and this is exactly like how it's kind of been with my journey over the channel. Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of doing YouTube. And it very much like I've had people, or even myself sometimes, where it's like, oh, like, where's your big, you know, viral video? Where's like your video that, you know, shows that all of this is worth it kind of thing. But then there's that like just me side where it's like, well, I don't do things to try and go viral. I'm just making stuff that I enjoy to make. and hopefully the people that find it enjoy it as well, and you know, they respect that I'm not doing all this like weird stuff that isn't genuine to me. But then you have that little voice inside of you that's like, oh, is it really worth it though? Like, why are you doing this for? Like, you're not as successful as these people. You should like maybe give up. And it's like, oh man, I really like this song.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Right? Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Okay. One, this is a great way of addressing like some of the people that might be listening to this and then going, well, we've already heard this before. Like, just because an idea has been done before doesn't mean that like you can't do it. You know what I mean? Because like I've had, even before I've heard of Ren, I've had an idea to do this type song, but excuse me, you find out somebody else has done it, or whether it's a song, a story idea for a book or whatever it is, you find out someone else has done it, and that little voice inside you starts saying like, you know, well, it's already been done before. Like, you're just stealing their ideas. It's almost like that little voice inside is the echoes of what you think people are going to say. It's the insecurities. Insecurities are the echoes of your fear, not your abilities. And it's like, oh man, I'm like, I connect to this piece so well, or so much, I guess I should say. But also that part where it's like he does a bit of that double time. That's how you do those little bit of like what's called multis or like double time, and it's actually good. You're not just saying words that rhyme together to like just be able to rap fast. You're articulating an idea. You actually, it's, you know, in a proper like bar setup, and I see so many people trying to do the fast rap stuff, and it's just not good. Or I shouldn't say it's not good, but it's very, very basic, and they're using phrases that by like 2009 were already outdated. You know what I mean? Like if you are constantly rhyming lyrical and typical, or you're relying on these ideas of like, oh, well, like I have a lyrical machete and no one can ever best me, or like I'm better than any veteran, doesn't matter what the weather is. Like, we get it. We've heard that stuff so many times, but with what Ren seems to be able to do is articulate an idea and not rely on these old, like kind of outdated hip hop like phrases, I guess you could say.
Guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal.
Okay, I have to pause it there. I was just so like, I didn't want to interrupt what was happening. It feels like he has like this moment where those two sides, or at least that one side, is like winning. Like he wins over, I guess, like custody of Ren in a way. And then the lights are flickering more, and that whole like, I was created at the dawn of creation, and like that type of stuff is so good because it brings like excuse me. It brings almost like a poetic feel to the music, and it brings, in a way, like I don't want to say theatrical in like a bad way, but it has these theatrical themes that you would only see in like certain types of media or plays that you might see. It's fucking, oh, it's so good.
Standing in front of in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal.
When I'm standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is attached, is stitched to your lips. Dude, like rhyme schemes like that are so good. Like, I love when it's more, like, it's these parts where you have the first part of the sentence and that all rhymes together, and the last part of the sentence is a separate rhyme structure, but it all comes together in one cohesive idea. And I don't think a lot of people catch that when they listen to, like, certain rap and everything. But also with that whole, like, there's a hair flying around, but with, like, that idea there where he's like, you know, my name is like stitched to your lips. Now I'm wondering, like, is this almost like a theme that it's his God complex, or is it like the devil, or is it something else entirely? And like that name is on our lips, whether it's anxiety, depression, you know, whatever it could be. Like, oh man, this is so good.
Live in every decision that catalyzes chaos that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
I would love to hear an electric guitar version of this, because I feel like that would be real. Like, I love the acoustic, but I like that just like the more graveliness of an electric guitar, and just, oh, I think that would sound so good over that part. And we have the transition from the acoustic guitar into the electric for that part there, and then we go back into the acoustic guitar. I think that would be really cool.
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
Energy's lower now.
Some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal.
That is such a great scene. I almost wish that they did it at like a bit of like a lower angle, like just almost floor angle. We switched to a different camera there, and it's looking up, maybe not a close up, but a little bit of a wide shot, and that's when we see him stand up there. And then we go to this front one. That would have been really cool. It's still a great video. This is honest. This isn't me trying to nitpick or anything, or trying to be like, well, I could do it better. I'm not saying that at all. It's just certain things that like I would have liked to see, or I think would be cool. I can't help but do that with movies and stuff too. So this is no disrespect to Ren or anybody on his team. This is just my mind working in the moment. So yeah, that is just, but I do love that now we get him, the energy's a little lower. He's talking about, like, you know, I've spent half my life being ill, but I was made by his hand. This is all in his plan. And it's like, for a lot of people, you know, in a way, religion is something that is very important to them. And the whole, you know, this is God's plan. Like, even though I'm dealing with all of this, I need to stand on my own 2 feet because I know he has something in store for me, you know? So, I don't know.
And you know me, you've met me before. And you know me by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flame.
Man, that line hit me in the feels. All right, I'm not gonna cry on camera. That line, you know, some know me as hope, some like know me as, like, you know, that feeling when you let loose the knot of the rope. Ah, man, that is a great line. And, you know, I'm not going to go into it now. I've spoken about, like, my mental health struggles and stuff throughout the years on the channel. But yeah, that line really hit home for me. Oh man, that was good.
People know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
Yeah,
and you
fire.
know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That
Hell
I
yeah.
won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind.
Dude.
Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Such a good singer. Did I just catch that? No, never mind. I'm going to pause it for a sec. For a second there, because I know after all the renegades reached out to me, I looked more into his story and his dealing with, like, you know, health issues and everything. So, you know, the hospital gown and the wheelchair plays into that sick boy persona, I guess you could say. I thought when he was standing up there for a second, I thought it was almost like one of those clear IV tubes that you get in a hospital. And the idea hit me where I was like thinking, I'm like, oh, is like the IV tube going into his guitar? Because like his music is what's like kind of keeping him alive and motivated and everything. I don't know if I'm right or not, but it's kind of a cool theme. If it's even not supposed to be like intended that way, it's kind of a cool little metaphor there. I like how this is like him with the devil in a way, or it just like, again, that like darker side of him. And then it's almost like they become one, like he gives in for a bit, but then, you know, whether it's like God or the whatever you believe in that helps you keep going through life, it kind of like they came in and kind of like took over and was like, I got you. We're going to stand. We're going to prosper. We'll inspire those to be strong. And like, oh, this is such a good song with so many like themes going on and so many things you could look at and just like interpret like different ways depending on who you are. You know what I mean? It's just really cool.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
Mm-hmm.
It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Yeah, that was so good. Oh man, that was so good. And I love that monologue at the end. Especially like talking where it's like, you know, I was more rigid and this dance was harder. And then, you know, you get older and it becomes easier. That can apply to a few different things. Like, you know, as a young man, I was definitely surrounded by people where it's like, you have to be a tough guy. Like, don't show your emotions and like, you know, don't be soft and like that type of shit. And it just, it made life harder because then you start living in a way that you know isn't true to yourself. And then when you get older, you let go of that type of stuff. You become softer. You allow yourself to feel things. You allow yourself to sway through these motions easier, like a dance. And that makes sometimes it makes those struggles easier. It makes just your life easier because now you're not, you know, in this rigid, very narrow-minded way of looking at the world and life. And it's just, oh, man. That was so good. I am very excited to take this journey with like you, the renegades out there, the hooligan squad. I'm so excited to take this journey through Ren's music. He's so talented, and it's crazy that like, and I think it's just a product of in a way, the world nowadays, where you can have people that have millions and millions of followers, but because of how like big the world is and how much content there is and like things that are just pushed at us a lot of the time, you have no idea who they are. So it's such a great privilege to be able to check out an artist like Ren. He's the type of artist that like I listen to and I hear certain lines or the way he will like put certain like rhymes together and I'm like, damn, I wish I had thought of that before. He's definitely inspired me to like get back to writing and like making music and stuff. But yeah, oh, he's so good. And that video and that song, man, that one's gonna stay with me. And I I feel like Ren's going to be the artist that makes me cry on the channel. I'm going to be so upset because I was hoping I'd get through first time listener, like the show, without like, you know, crying or anything. But there's times I could hear just a beautiful singer or just a beautiful song and it hits me emotionally. And like, man, I've teared up over so many songs over the years. Like so we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm going to end up breaking at some point. So I don't know. Don't judge me for it in the comments if it happens. But that is going to be today's episode. I think the next one we're going to do Jenny and Screech's Tale, a 3-part saga. So that's very exciting. I don't know. But yeah, every Wednesday, come on back. We're going to be going through Ren's music together. If you're new here, if you're one of the newer subscribers or you're subscribing from this video, check out all the other content as well. I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years. You can go to my channel and go to the playlist page. There's vlogs from years ago. There's music I've done, poetry pieces, the VR stuff. Like I'm into way too many things. So this channel is like a smorgasbord of content. So yeah, but go check it out. Either way, your support for all of it is very much appreciated. Man, such a good song. And always remember, you are more than enough in this world. You are worthy of love, and just don't let anybody try to convince you otherwise. I know sometimes it's easy to fall into that trap, but it's not true. It bugs me to see so many people in a way just give up, and not bugs me where it's like, whoa, be better. But it's just like, you know, I want people to pursue their passions. I want people to do things that they love and, you know, experience more of the world. And it's always an outside voice that convinces us not to do that. So yeah, you are loved in this world. Everything you're going through, other people have gone through, or they're dealing with it themselves right now. So you're not alone. There are other people out there. Don't ever hesitate to reach out for help, you know? So man, this song's really hit me. But stay undefeated against the bad days as well, because every day you thought was going to be the one to break you, you woke up the next day. No day has broken you yet. Stay undefeated against those bad days. It's worth it. Now, all my quiet kid freaks and weirdos, for the love of everybody, keep being weird. Kick Shishakitan.
That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that make to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different side.